Hello, hello, hello. Me, Devon, again with InnerSpark, and just want to talk about the season of the lover, this late springtime season, and some ways to connect with that, to honor that, and in very grounded and tangible ways that are applicable to our lives, right? So I know many of us are really interested in these ways and these kind of subtle energies and these abstract esoteric concepts, and without really applying them to our lives, they just kind of stay out there, right? They stay in the abstract esoteric realms, and we don't really get to soak up the juiciness of living these ways. So let's talk about the lover real quick. What does it mean to be a lover? What does lover mean to you? What comes up when you hear me say that? Do you go straight to like romantic love? Do you go straight to feeling and thinking into kind of more of the energy of love, and love as a way of just being and living on a daily basis? So what does it mean to you to be a lover? And like I said, this late springtime season is the time of the lover archetype on InnerSpark's wheel. And working with these subtle energies and invitations of each of the literal seasons can really support us, like I said, in coming to know ourselves more deeply, to living more integrated and more holistically, and to really understanding what it means to be a human and to be on this really beautiful kind of flowy, rhythmic, spirally journey and dance of life. Life is not intended to be linear, no matter how much our current cultural and societal setup wants us to believe. It's not meant to be this linear, productive, go, go, go time. And so these energies, these archetypes on InnerSpark's wheel are within us and around us all the time, every day. It doesn't matter what the actual season is. But when we really follow the actual seasons that the earth experiences, we're able to have more of a tangible entry point into connecting with, like, okay, well, how does this feel when I experience late spring around me with the flowers and the trees and the growing days? And what does that metaphorically and energetically represent within myself? And so I have plenty of resources on that. If you want to learn more, go to innerspark.life/8. There's so much more. Today, though, I really just want to focus on the lover and ways to honor that. So to be a lover and in alignment with the lover archetype is to see oneself in another, and to recognize that you are and you are that. So I am, and I am that. Recognizing yourself in another, recognizing yourself in all things around you, being able to see that kind of beautiful merging of your own self-will, your own initiatory aspects. Early spring is the initiate, so we've come from this, like, I am, and I am here, and I'm going to blossom forth and be bold. And now coming into this recognition of, oh, I am actually that. I am all. So this merging, this beautiful alchemical merging of self-will, divine will, self and other, and so this lovely just intertwining, and realizing that we can get so much more satisfaction, nourishment, aliveness, richness out of our experience when we can kind of have this subtle yet profound perspective shift, going from me to we, seeing this totality of everything. And so 3 ways to honor and celebrate and live this are as follows. 1 is to practice devotion. So how are you showing up for yourself with love, first and foremost? How are you being a lover with yourself and with all the parts of yourself? Yeah, you are a multi-dimensional, multifaceted creature with all kinds of parts. And so specifically, I feel like many of us have a hard time with those more shadowy, challenging parts of ourselves, the parts that are angry or ashamed or in grief or sad. And so as we can come into more love and reverence with those parts, that inevitably trickles out to others as well. So really practicing devotion, showing up in ways that are committed and pure and just in loving curiosity and reverence, no expectations. Number 2 is to recognize yourself in others. And this is especially helpful when dealing with others that we find challenging. We learn a lot more from people that rub us the wrong way than we do from people that, everything's hunky-dory and they think and act and feel like us and we're on the same page, right? Those relationships are wonderful. They uplift us. They inspire us, right? They help us to grow and to blossom. But the ones that we really learn the most from are the ones that challenge us. So beginning to recognize yourself in others and seeing those hurting parts in other people. So in the first one, I said, invited you to show up with devotion, practice devotion, and really showing up for the parts of yourself. And by doing that, able to really see those parts in others and just holding space for the love. That doesn't mean anything about accepting, condoning any of that. Just, again, observing. No story, no expectation, no nothing, just observing. And lastly is to explore shame associated with love. So when it comes to shame, and particularly feminine shame, which again impacts all of us regardless of gender and anatomy, it is here. And so when it comes to that, there is this perceived barrier towards safety, contentment, and joy. So something is a block to that brings up shame, which motivates some type of change to take place so that safety, contentment, and joy can take place again. And so exploring shame associated with love, with giving and receiving love, your relationship with love. What were your earliest messages about it, your earliest memories, your earliest experiences of giving and receiving love? Where is there a refusal to see others or yourself through the eyes of compassion, of love, with just observation, no story, no expectation, definition, conclusions, beliefs, just observation? And so really explore this and let yourself look at it. There's tremendous opportunity in medicine there when we can explore the ways that we have shame around something that is so fundamental to our humanness as love. We are love. Everything is love. It's the greatest force on earth, the greatest medicine. So how are you honoring the lover? How does this show up for you? What are you noticing right now in the literal season of the lover in this late springtime? And I'd love to hear from you. Please share.